Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm at a lake and I'm here to fish for some trout. So I'm at one of these East Bay lakes. I'm at Quarry lakes actually, down in Fremont. And I'm making this video with the purpose of showing people how to catch these really tasty trout and in the easiest way possible. So these are not very hard fish to catch, you know, these are stock trout and you know, there's plenty of people fishing for them, but they are delicious. So if you're looking for a kind of fishing where you can just come down to a lake that's nearby with a couple of friends, pitch up some rods, catch some fish and catch some delicious fish to take them home and cook them, you know, trout fishing might be for you. This video is definitely for you, so keep watching. And today I'm going to be using two setups, so I'll go over both of them. So these East Bay lakes are really good for fishing for trout when the trout season's open, because they'll stock these fish in here, and you know, on a good week you can catch easy limits. And actually a little trick that you can use to ensure that you're going at the best time possible is you can check out EBRPD, which is East Bay Regional Parks District, and just look up plant schedule, which is a schedule for when they plant these trouts, so you can see how many pounds of trout they're stocking into each lake, and it's weekly, so you know, it'll give you a better idea and you can optimize when you're gonna go fishing, when you're not, and just kind of get the best odds you can for catching fish, which is what fishing is all about. But first, let's go over this bait setup. So I'm using this very light rod. This is an ugly stick. For trout, you know, you're really using very light tackle. This is spooled up with 4-pound mono actually, so super light. And then you can see right over here, I got a sliding egg sinker right there, and that's a 1/4 ounce, so this is super light. And then I have a swivel, and on top of the swivel though, I am using a plastic bead, and that's to protect the knot from that sinker, because that sinker can slide around and it can hit the knot over and over. It can wear it down and sometimes it can break it. You just don't want that to happen, so always use a plastic bead. It's just good practice, and you know, you won't lose a big one. And then after my swivel, I have this leader, and for my leader I'm using 6-pound fluorocarbon. So the reason I'm using fluoro is because in the water, fluoro is virtually invisible. It's much harder to see than mono, and these trout can be finicky at times. So you know, in order to get my best chances, I'm just using this basically invisible line, and I'm just using about 3 feet of it. And then at the very end, you can see I have a little golden treble hook. This is a size 16, I believe, treble hook, so really small, and that's what it takes to catch these trout. Now finally, for my bait here, I'm using these mice tails. So this is what they look like right here. They have the white head and the pink body, and if you want to look them up, I'll put them in the description along with the rest of my gear, as in all the videos. But they are called the white bubblegum mice tails. And here you go, this is what it looks like. So it's got that white head and that pink body. And then what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to take one of the little trebles and I'm just going to hook it right behind that white head with just one of the hooks. So this is what that should look like. And now I'm gonna cast this out. I'm gonna show you a little trick that you can use that's pretty popular among trout anglers to be able to tell if you have a bite. All right, let's cast this little mice tail out. And I'm not even gonna cast that far, you know, this is literally a quarry. It's called Quarry Lakes, so it gets deep pretty fast. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna flick it out there. That should do. And now that's gonna sink real nicely, and I'm going to show you how to tell if you have a bite on these really light trout. So I'm just setting my rod in this little rod holder, which is very handy, because you don't really want to be holding this thing. You can be shaking it a bit and just leave it in the holder, you know. So I'm just tensing up my line. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to take this little bobber and I'm going to pull a little bit of line just from after this first guide, and I'm gonna clip this bobber on there. So my sinker may be a little heavy, so it's pulling it up a bit, but you know, normally this would hang all the way down here. It's still hanging, but I mean, the entire purpose of this is if there is a bite, you know, this thing will just go, it'll go up, and it's very easy to tell. So that's totally fine. We're gonna leave it like this. My line is tense. See if we can catch some trout. Here I got my other rod, and I made a little makeshift rod holder just because I only have one. So found a stick, and that should work as well. So what I'm doing for this one is I'm using a little bit of Powerbait. So these work great for stock trout. This has that light green color, and it's garlic scented. So these do tend to work pretty well for all stock trout. All I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna open it up, grab a little pinch, and this is kind of like a little dough. So I'm gonna cover the hook in it completely. And that's what I'm looking for. That's That's what we need right there. That's what we want. So let's get this, cast it out, see if we can catch a fish. Nice. Set it down there, and we are almost done setting up. Boom. We are ready to catch some trout. Let's see what we can pick up today. Oh, fish on. Fish on. Fish on. Fish on. Yep.
Oh no.
Sorry, I was watching a podcast or listening to a podcast, but that is a fish on. Whew. Been here a while, finally. Finally. Oh yeah. Let's see it. It's a nice one. Let's see, I didn't bring a net. So that's a mistake. You should always bring a net. So I'm gonna try to kind of see what I can do here. But there you go. That's a trout, baby. This thing pulled my rod into the water. I didn't even have time to turn on the GoPro. I panicked. My stick for a rod stand was not as strong as I thought it was. Okay, okay, okay. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's a fish. That's a fish. Look at this fish. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rainbow trout. This guy bit on that Powerbait, so that green colored garlic Powerbait did the trick. So this is a pretty nice rainbow trout. I'm gonna get him on the stringer, and then I'm gonna reset my rig, get my bait back out, and I'm gonna see if I can pull up another, because they might be biting right now. This guy completely swallowed that bait, and you can just see those nice colors. All right, so I'm setting back up, tying on a new hook here. New hook is on there. We're gonna slap on some more of this Powerbait, but yeah, let's get this back out there, because 2 trout is better than 1. All right, yeah, I set my little stand back up. You know, it wasn't great, but it worked, so I'll take it. There we go. That's beautiful. See if we can catch another one. Sun's gonna set soon. I don't think we're gonna get any more bites. I've been at this quite a while, and that was the 1 bite, so no more fish, and it's getting dark, so I'm walking back. We're leaving with this nice trout. I hope this video was informative for you. I hope you can come out to one of these lakes and enjoy the fishing. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, tight lines.